What's up? Welcome back to another episode on my $1 million challenge where I start off with $1. I'm trying to get 1% profit every single day until we get to $1 million. Right now, we're sitting on day 460 of this challenge. Last episode, we were sitting at $8,155 and we ended up losing almost 4% of our bankroll. So we're down a little bit since the last episode. Right now, we're sitting at a total capital of $7,787 for day 460. Since the last episode, I had some bets. This is back from April 19th, 2026. And these are the bets that that cashed out. Most of these, if not all of them, I think most of them at least, were futures. So a lot of futures cashed out. I think they were all futures. So a lot of the futures cashed out. I can't determine my math on this. We should be up money based on a lot of these paying out and winning. Obviously, looks like a pretty good increase to the bankroll. They're all in FanDuel too, but looking at our sheet here, I'm going to trust the way I track this because I always enter the balance every single day into my sheet. So on FanDuel, I only went up like $40 based on the increase. That's what I entered for the day there, so I'm sure that was accurate at the time. It was a while back, so I really don't remember exactly why that math kind of worked out, but obviously I backed out the futures from the futures column here because it was cashed out, and then that was our increase in the bankroll. So it's saying for the day that I have $15 in profit sports betting, which doesn't make sense really unless I'm missing something there, but just taking a quick glance at that, I think we should be up more. But another thing to note too for today, so I guess going into that, right, first thing is we're down on the day based on no other movements in the bankroll besides those futures cashing out. So if I just drag these numbers down real quick, you can see for day 460, we're already down 0.63% going into the day. So our 1% profit goal should be about $78. And since we're already down a little bit, we need to get $127 in profit on the website using 4% of our bankroll, which should be $311. Now here's the little bit of a discrepancy. So we have $237 in the website balance, which is not our full 4% stop loss. So the game plan for today, I talked about this a while back, but on days like this where I'm down a little bit going into the gambling part of the day, ChatGPT suggested that I do flat bets on Blackjack of 1% of the bankroll. So really, I should be going for like a $78 bet on Blackjack until we hit the profit goal. So should be like less than 2 bets since we're down, like we would need to get a total of 1.6% on the day. Here's my game plan. All right, here's what I'm gonna do today. I think I've been thinking about this a lot for the past majority of the day here. I know I'm talking a bunch, but I think what I'm gonna do, since we only have $237, I really don't like to move money from these other website, or I guess these other like casino sportsbook apps. I don't like adding to the gambling website we use because it just feels like we're losing money. Right now, we had a big win a while back on the website and we actually withdrew a lot of money and invested it. So that's kind of a reason too that we're kind of tight on funds in the website balance. So really, we actually did make a lot of profit recently, cashed out. So it's not like we've just been losing a ton. We did hit a couple days of we did hit a few losing days recently. These like 3 days here. So we lost probably about $720 in the past week here gambling. So my goal is, like I said, I really don't have to add money into the website if we don't have to. It's a mental thing more or less than trying to transfer money over. And this is where my current balances are as of today. I'm just playing a little bit behind. So I'm gonna try to protect the website balance as much as possible. So the game plan is to do a 0.8% bet on Blackjack. So instead of doing a 1.6%, that's the goal for today. I'm gonna do half of that. So really that'd be like a $64 bet, $65 bet. We're gonna do one hand on Blackjack. If we lose that, I'll probably just end the video, and that way we're not down. We're not gonna go the whole 4%. We'll still have a little bit in the website balance. Yeah, won't be too bad. We'll be down, Yeah, 1.6 on the day. And then if we win the first hand of blackjack, we'll need to get another $65. So I might do some originals. Maybe I'll do another hand of blackjack. I'm not 100% sure. We just got to get that first hand done. If we can win that, then we'll figure out the game plan. If we lose that first hand, we're just gonna call it a day. Kind of protect our entire bankroll, especially the website balance, and not try to chase any losses. Since we lost in the last episode too, I don't want to have to like go down another $237 and blow the entire balance. So that's the game plan for today. Those are my thoughts. So I'm thinking, hopefully it works out. Let's get into it. All right, we're coming into blackjack. The dealer just busted, so wish I was in on that end. But we're gonna place a $65 bet. I don't have the live stats up because I don't want to see the outcome of this before it happens. But hopefully we get a quick win here, boys, guys, whatever. Oh boy, start off with a 5. 15. Dealer got a 3. I mean, we got to stand on that. That is a stand. That's stressful though. It'd be nice to get a 20. We would have busted if we would have hit anyways, but yeah, it'd be nice to have like a very secured hand there, but we have a chance. We do have a chance. See if we can pull it through. I don't know, man. Maybe if I lose this, I'll keep betting. Maybe I'll keep flat betting. We'll see. It's got a 7. 14, just bust. Pulls an 18. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna keep going. I know I was gonna do just one hand and call it a day, but I feel like we gotta take some risk, man. We can't just do that. Hopefully my intuition's correct. That's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. We gotta hit that. We have a 16 against a 10. Oh man. Okay, we get a 19. As long as he doesn't have a 20, we have a chance. We have a decent chance. It'd be really nice to get a win here though. And then we'll be back to where we started if we get this win. Yeah, I feel like we've been losing a good bit recently, so I'm hoping today is a winning day. I know the next day at least. That's why I'm only doing one day of playthrough today. I know the next day is very similar. I think I'm down like 130 going into the next day. And we get a win there. Okay. That's big. So we are back to where we started. I think we're getting a fresh deck here because he pulled the car, so like whatever that's called. So yeah, we're back to where we started. Look at our live stats. I'm gonna get rid of this just because I don't want to see the outcome before it happens, so we'll hide that for the minute. But we're just running it back, starting fresh like we just came in here, trying to get one win hopefully. And he's dipping. I know a lot of people don't like when the dealers switch, but I don't really think that changes anything. People always say the dealer has a big effect, but I mean those cards are gonna come out no matter who's handing them out, so we'll see what happens. Fresh deck though. Hopefully it treats us nice here. We got the first deal of the deck, so whatever's in there first, we're waiting on it. All right, here we go. 9. 19 against a 10. Not terrible, as long as he doesn't have a 10 underneath there. That's all we're hoping for. We'll see. Yeah, but like I said in the beginning of this episode, ChatGPT mentioned this strategy. If I'm down like no more than 2% of the day, there's a win right there. There's a win right there. But yeah, ChatGPT said like just flat bet the day. So really, according to ChatGPT, I should like rip another hand right now, but I don't know if I'm really feeling that. Should I rip it? Or rip it? Or rip it? Or rip it? We'll listen to ChatGPT. I don't always trust AI, man, but we'll try it. We'll give it a shot. I was gonna go into like some originals, try to get the $65 somewhere else, but man, we're already here. Hopefully it wasn't a bad move. Starting off with a 4 is not great. 14 against the 9, we gotta hit that. That's tough. 21? Bro. What a pull, dude. What a pull. That's crazy. If he pulls a 21 out of that way he got, I'm gonna be sick. Don't pull a 6. Let's go. Alright guys, well that is our 1% profit goal. We got $130, a little bit extra actually than what we needed. So we're gonna enter that in the sheet. Really good day. That worked out way better than I expected. So I'm very happy with that. But yeah, we're gonna enter that in the sheet and then we'll be done with this episode. Keep it nice and short today. And yeah, we have a little bit of balance now. So we have like 366 as you can see here. That's like pretty much 4%, a little bit extra than 4%. So we'll have enough bankroll for the next day without having to add any more money into the website, which is exactly what I was looking for. So we'll leave it at that and I'll be back in a second. All right, so day 460 was a win. We got $130 in profit on the website. So we got 1.03% increase on the bankroll. We got our 1% profit goal. Very good day. We'll take that. Very stressful, doing some, 0.8% hand bet sizes on Blackjack. Thank God it worked out though. We really needed that after getting, a lot of losses recently. So definitely need that. We still have enough in the bankroll for tomorrow. We have enough to do our 4% stop loss. And you can see too, like I was just saying, we're gonna have to get $107. Another big day we're gonna have to get through, but we know it's possible. But we'll worry about that when the time comes. Yeah, it's gonna be for this one. Overall in the video though, I think simply enough, we just went up $130 on the bankroll. So pretty good video, we'll take that. And then, yeah, just kind of stuck around that $8,000 mark. I feel like we've kind of been in this area for some time now. Just kind of looking at these numbers here over the past like 10 days. Been kind of just hovering around $8,000. So stayed pretty flat recently, which isn't bad. I'd rather be staying flat than going backwards. So, gotta take your wins where you can get them. But yeah, in the past a week, we've lost like $533 gambling. That's what's been hurting us. A lot of sports betting profits, a lot of bonuses and stuff, but just the way she goes. Gambling's definitely not profitable. As I always tell you guys, do not gamble. It's a losing game in the long run. That's, ideally the quickest way we can try to increase our bankroll, but it's really not the smartest. It's definitely the most dangerous, definitely the most risky, but it is like technically the most aggressive and possibly the most profitable if you think about like how quick you can do it. But mathematically it's the worst way to grow our bankroll. But that's like the whole point of my challenge, to try to do it as fast as possible, 1% every single day. But yeah, we need that sports betting to kick in, we need bonuses and obviously our investments to go up. So definitely need to get more money invested, but we have to increase the bankroll first before we can actually like move money into those accounts. But I would like to start putting money in there like every week or so, but we need to make some profits before I can actually do that. So we'll see what happens though. We have, as I'm recording this is like the deadline for the community challenge with all the strategies that we'll be testing. So the next episode will be starting I'll be starting running through all your guys' strategies that you submitted for the community challenge. The winner will make $100. Whoever has the best strategy, I'll pay them out $100. So yeah, the next handful of episodes, depending on how long that lasts, I'm just gonna keep running those strategies until they profit, or I guess until they lose. So if they win, we have to go into 10 rounds. If we get a ton of winning strategies that just keep winning, might be a long challenge, but hopefully we make some good profit with that. Hopefully you guys send in some good strategies. I'm excited for that. Hope you guys are excited too. that's the game plan for the next, probably like next month or so, depending on how long that runs. So a little bit change up in content. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be excited about that since I've been running the same strategies a lot and doing a lot of the same gameplay. But let's see here actually real quick. Day 460. Probably sitting like right around this purple line, if I had to guess, since we dropped a little bit recently. But yeah, we're probably up there, and or maybe lower. Maybe we're down here more. But we're sitting around this area, so we're doing pretty good. That's our visual representation of our balance. Purple line is predicting like how we're progressing. The gray line is if we actually profited 1% every single day, if we were perfect and never lost. So, you know, we're a little bit off track from that, but that's not realistic to get profit every single day. And realistically too, let's bring us up in like another episode, but we're on day 460 right now, and day 925 would be the day we hit $1 million if we got 1% profit every single day, which obviously we're behind the tracker, so that's not like perfect, but we're kind of in like 3 days. We'll be halfway through the challenge technically if we can stay somewhat up the pace. Or if we, you know, got the 1% profit every single day, we would be halfway through the challenge. So we are a little bit behind. Yeah, about $2,000 behind. So not really on that same track. Probably take about 1,000 days at this rate. But I thought that was kind of interesting to think about. So yeah, we're probably sitting like right around here of this graph. This is in a perfect world, if we did get the 1% profit every single day, how big the bankroll will be. Yeah, we're sitting like right around, probably like right around here. This is the 500 mark. It's probably like right around here. So yeah, that's just some thoughts, something to think about. And then as usual, I'm gonna show my stats just because you guys typically like to see this too. But this doesn't really change too much. Every episode, I kind of show this just in case you guys don't watch every single video. But these are our sports betting profits since April 2026. Trying to keep track of that going forward. We have our investment basis here in Bitcoin and XRP. It's a crypto portfolio that I keep track of. And then our total bonuses. I guess I should honestly add another line for our investment account. I should keep track of that basis too. But I'll do that right after I stop this recording. It'll be in the next episode. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. It's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys did enjoy. And leave a comment with any thoughts or suggestions below. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Join the Discord server if you're already in there. Yeah, don't gamble. It's a losing game long run, like I always say. Invest your money, do something smart with it, save it, don't gamble it. But until next time, take care of yourself. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.